So we've been talking about equanimity. Equanimity is a quality of remaining calm and composed, even tempered, especially in difficult and stressful situations, and towards all beings, regardless of status or behavior, right? Nice idea, but actually quite challenging to manifest in real time and in real life. That's why equanimity is considered an advanced practice in Buddhism. Equanimity asks us to turn toward the difficult, to accept it with balance. And who wants to do that? Right? Yet this is exactly what my life and my practice has been about, coming to terms with the ongoing reality of pain. How can we be equanimous in the presence of pain? Many of us live with pain on a daily basis. And when you do, as I have, you see how hard it is to accept things just as they are. I've lived with chronic pain since I was 10 years old. When you're a kid, all you want is to be normal, whatever that is, or at least not to be seen as too different. So I hid the pain and I carried on. I hoped and I prayed that it would go away, that I'd grow out of it. As I got older, I tried different medications with varying success, but still, the focus in my mind was on passing as normal. I wanted to be seen as capable and competent and taken seriously in my work. Pain was a sign of weakness and fragility. I didn't see myself that way, and I didn't want others to see me that way or judge me. So I kept it to myself. Even when I started dating Bill, I didn't tell him because I wanted to be seen as healthy, strong, and capable. But by my late 30s, the veneer started to crack. The pain grew more intense, and it was harder to ignore. No medicine fully relieved it, and the signs of wear and tear on my body were beginning to show. I passed out several times, cracked my head open once, had projectile vomiting. It's hard to miss these signs. Still, I took pride in never missing a day's work because of it. I thought of the martyred saints who lived with afflictions and with whom I felt a kinship. They were my saving grace. Equanimity is a path of acceptance. It doesn't happen all at once. At any point in my life, if someone had asked me how I related to my pain, I would have said that I deal with it. I took medication, took care of my body, but in a clinical way. I did the needful, and I didn't give into it. As my mindfulness practice grew, though, I began to see the way in which I had ignored it, was dismissive of it, that I secretly judged myself as less than, as defective. Even though I felt a kinship with the saints, I was no saint. Still, I didn't feel I deserved this affliction. What did I do? I was 10 years old when this began happening. But hiding and pretending to be normal, which is laughable now, was really unkind. Would I recommend that or do that to one of my patients? Would I advise that they ignore what's really happening? No. So I started with just trying to be kind. That was hard enough. Harsh inner talk was the norm. So I began to try imagining what my mother, my first benefactor, what she would have said, and how she might have ministered to me in my pain. That was a real good start. Kindness, starting with kindness. The whole of the practice is based on kindness. Equanimity begins with basic kindness. And that, in and of itself, is a training. It took a lot of unlearning and a lot of relearning of the ways of being kind to something that I would rather not deal with. With kindness, I began to feel my suffering. Now that was hard. No one wants to feel the pain. I spent many retreats learning how to acknowledge the pain and then minister to the suffering that was really there. This was and is the hardest part of growing the heart. Having the courage to feel the suffering without getting lost in it or wishing that it will go away. And then learning how to play with how to best hold it. How can we make friends with something when we want it to go away? That's not possible. I had to let go of the idea that it would someday go away if I was good enough, if I ate right, if I practiced hard enough. I had to keep landing in the reality that this is how it is and be with it. This was the body that I had for this lifetime. And for all of its faults, it had and does serve me well. And I had to keep waking up to all of the ways the mind bargained and strategized to get away from the pain and land in the awareness of it. After 50 years of living with pain, I can honestly say that I have let go of the idea that one day it'll go away. And this is truly a relief because it let me land in how it really is. And from there, I can minister to the suffering that is truly present. I neither take pride myself in being stoic, nor berate myself for being weak. This is simply how it is to live in this body. When pain is present, it is acknowledged and cared for kindly. When it is not present, it is noticed and celebrated. And believe me, I make much when it's absent. I make much of it when it's absent. My job as a meditation practitioner is to learn how to love everything into the fold of mindfulness. It doesn't matter how long it takes. I have this lifetime to keep learning how to let go of wanting things to be another way and instead loving what is here. Equanimity is not a goal. It's a direction. It's a path of seeing and accepting things as they are. And from the view of equanimity, we can see what needs to be loved and held and let go of. We can do this. We can do this. This is for our welfare, to learn how to love everything into the fold of mindfulness. Thank you. Thank you for your kind attention. With that, I'd like you to kindly put your view to the side, and if you would, turn to the body, just as the body, and look at the body and feel the body and give the body the attention it needs. Open it up and kindly make some room, make some space for whatever tension, tightness, pain there is. Nice long inhalations, nice long exhalations. Kindly feel into what the body needs. And again, if you want to give a little extra attention to the face and the jaw, just opening that up and gently rubbing it or tapping around the jaw, tapping the cheeks, just to soften these muscles and let the tensions go. Maybe rub the back of the neck, move the head around. And then feel into as comfortable a posture as you can for today, and give the body whatever supports it needs so it can let go of the work. Less effort, more ease. And right here, if it feels helpful, gently closing the eyes, letting go of the outside world, and turning the attention squarely to the interior, just for a little while. Just for a little while, we give full attention to how it feels inside. Maybe lengthening and taking a few long, deep, long inhalations, deep, long exhalations. On the inhalation, opening and receiving. And on the exhalation, softening and releasing. With kind attention, keep letting the organism unwind. Let it come in for a landing. Let it rest here. When the mind wanders away and gets busy, gently invite it back inside and let the noise and the rattle unwind. Whatever discomfort remains, see if you can soften around it, not try to fight it, not resist. Just try to make room for it. Kinder, please. Kinder. Gently soften around any other places that feel hard or tight. Kind eyes, warm heart, soft breath, supple body. In the last few minutes of the meditation, turn the attention inside and notice whatever ease is present and breathe with that experience. And gently open the field of awareness and sense the context. You sitting here with us and us sitting here with you. Each of us alone together, making room for whatever is here. Breathe into the gift of that. Oh, thank you all for your practice.